How do I not use that ability to find talent? How? Everything in terms of understanding research. And I'm going to say radio is a science. If you don't understand the science of radio, don't be on radio. If you don't want to grow on radio, I don't want to work with you. That's what's Kwaku.
Jimmy, you're also at the beginning stage. When I said you're foundational, I didn't really understand the level at which you're foundational.
Oh!
Bro, it's in everything.
So,
let's talk about Nameless. How did Nameless's career start?
So Nameless was in a competition. I can't remember. And I remember I was sitting in, because it was on the... so at this time, there is a presenter called Patricia... Amira! Patricia Amira.
Patricia Amira?
Yeah, Patricia Amira is a...
I know her from David Sanders, but...
No, Patricia Amira was...
Gina Kubwa, I know.
Yes,
actually not
sorry, she used to do the afternoon jam. There was afternoon jam and then afternoon drive. So afternoon jam was from 1 to 4. That was Patricia Amira.
She was on radio?
Yeah. What? That's how they do. So she was unwell. No, she was on leave or something. And so... there was a competition called, what was it called? Happening on Capitol. And so when I sat on that show, I sat in for her.
Oh, you sat in for her?
Yeah. And there was a competition. I can't remember, it was years ago. Huh. And Nameless came in and did this song called Mega Rider. And I was like, what? How I remember though, is of course, I was sitting for Patricia not doing hits, I was doing hits. Hits, of course, I put on hits on homework. And there's this new artist called Nameless. But by that time, I had never met Nameless. I didn't know what it looked like. I met Nameless maybe a month later.
But see, that's a competition that made him.
Yeah. He won the competition, yes. Mega Rider, with the song Mega Rider.
Yes.
He won the competition. That's how Nameless came into fold. Juakali was that guy I was telling you about. And then Juakali brought in another guy. Fancy-looking guy with a college jacket. Unibestango ntono nini ala niaje fiti ya mazi ya mfili ningo na single unafanya haba mimi nasema niko nafanya haba no nini na nini first time played on Capitol. And then yuko so around this time I'm now deputy programs controller for Capitol FM.
So after the whole told you management, you took that thing seriously?
I took it seriously, yeah. And she started training me.
Ah man.
Any person so by this time Phil Matthews had left. And he was brought back. He came back. But this time, Linda Hall told Phil, you're going to train. I want you to train some people. Amongst them, there was me, Julie Gishuru.
Now Julie Gishuru has joined.
Julie Gishuru is doing news on Capitol. So as a list of people to be trained in management. And Linda told Phil, you want to train that guy? I want him in management. That's how my journey in radio or broadcast management started. So at this time, I'm deputy programs controller. Then in comes a chick from Kenya, from what's his university? East Africa University, Catholic University, something like that. Yeah. Hi. She wants to be an intern. She's a teacher by training, but she doesn't want to go to do teacher training. She wants to do radio because she loves radio. And so we ingia and I audition her. This chick talks and I'm like, my God, what's your name? My name is Edie Souza. And I'm like, what? Are you a teacher? Like, yeah, but I don't want to teach, I want to be in radio. And so I put her on mid-morning. By that time, Virgie had gone to K10 from K10 joined CNN. And my superior then is like, I don't like that chick. She's not Capital Sound. I'm like, what are you saying? Listen to her, she speaks well, man. No! I don't want her in the station.
Bro.
Yeah! So, Farid and I were like, what? So Farid's like, dude, you don't worry, I got you. Farid Kimani, thank you. I'm telling you. You don't worry, I got you. If 2-3 people can just say she's good, we're good. And I said, man, listen to that voice, man. Again, reported to Linda. So Linda calls Jimmy. I'm like, Linda, I put on the radio. Linda, listen to this girl. Linda listens. wow, who's this? I said, that's the person that this superior wants me to fire. You fire? Why? Doesn't sound like capital. She's capital. And there was Eve D'Souza born.
You get, but these stories are too much.
I don't know if Eve knows this. I almost lost my job because of Eve. I was going to lose my job. I'm like, dude, listen to that voice. Listen to how she's funny. And then she's Asian.
Yes.
She's Asian. She speaks Sheng. And she's funny. And then she knows her music. And then she's a teacher. Come on, man. No, either she doesn't come back tomorrow or you Ivo. I'm like, I'm going to lose my job because of... I'm like, Linda, man. Let me say things.
There's two guys. You know, first of all, Yani, Jimmy, God bless you. Because that's a thread. It sounds, now I've heard it from Lorna. Now here again, I'm hearing it over here. Let me ask you this question. Two guys that I want just some story about them. There's a guy called Maina Kageni.
And
then there's another lady called Modoni Buika.
Modoni. Do you guys know Modoni Buika was a receptionist at Capital FM?
Whoa.
Modoni Buika was a receptionist. Hello, this is Capital FM. Who do you want to speak to? Modoni. But Modoni just had... Oh my God, Modoni Buika. Wow. So... Oh, Modoni is just something else. Modoni is just a talent on...
I've said he's taking you somewhere.
Yeah.
But let's do the...
Modoni has gone through challenges
Yeah.
to get to where she is. Anyway, Modoni was a receptionist. And then so me, Dennis Ndavi... No, at that time it was me, Eric Ndavi, before Dennis joined. And we were telling our superior then, I won't say who, man, this chick has got talent, man. Come be at the reception.
No way.
Yeah. Come be at the reception, man. Come on. And guys had said, Z, reception. Because she had booty. In those days, you know, I'm like, yeah, but come on, man. I don't even think Modoni does this. We put out, let me tell you something. Because we had such a drive to promote our talent.
Yeah.
We were scared of not midwifing new talent. Are you making sense? We felt that we'll be failing people who brought us in the industry. So if we saw somebody with talent, we felt guilty
to let it just chill.
Yeah, we're like, I must to punish. I'm telling you for a fact.
I can feel it.
It was scary. You're like, that she can't be a presenter. She can't be a receptionist. Come on, listen to her talk. And then, you know, you guys hang out, listen to her jokes. Listen to how she puts things together. And then she did a VO or something, or a show. I can't remember. Oh my God. Somebody else pushed that thing and Modoni became part of it. But for me, I always say, I'm glad I was a part of it.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
Jimmy, just tell this guy. I'm like, yeah, that chick is crazy. She's amazing. And let me tell you one thing. I don't think we've had not even 60% of what Modoni Buika can do to date. I don't think so. The saddest bit. That's why I'm sad.
I could tell. There's still this. It's not over yet.
Yes, for her. No. The amount of talent that girl has, I don't think people have consumed it. Not even 60%. We have not had enough of Modoni Buika. I just pray that she can come back to the industry. Because if she did, even the new age presenters have nothing on her. Nothing. Ask Mutoko, she'll tell you.
Oh, that's a huge endorsement.
Yeah.
There's something that I'm feeling off your conversation. You guys had a cause. You are presenters with a cause.
Yeah.
You were in media with a cause. And the cause was this industry of ours. You guys were... You were taking bullets for it.
Yes.
Your job was on the line for it.
Who else would have done it?
Yeah, but Jimmy, you could have chilled in the nice...
Yeah, I could have.
And kept making your millies.
Yes, I could have. But remember, I am still finding out, and I'm still rolling in this confusion of validation.
That's the thing.
Yeah? And to an extent, that's what drove me. So I always, because of having to, and it's a fact, I felt that I felt that I was made guilty for being successful in my industry. By family, by friends. And I'll say it, I'm not embarrassed to say it, it's the truth. But that also drove me to spread that across. And the funny thing is the people who appreciated it were not family.
Okay.
People who I may have pushed or helped to get into the industry didn't come back. So let me just go back and forth. So I'm now into management. And I'm told we need to change this station to this, come up with a concept that can make us money. Yeah. And so I get into that and I start looking for presenters. And then I get a call. Hi, my name is so-and-so, yeah. Yeah, you're looking for presenters? I'm like, yeah. I think you're looking for me. Oh yeah, why do you think so? She answers my question. I said, what did you say? She says, no one can dissect a what song and go into dissecting politics like I can. What's your name again? She says. I says, come and see me tomorrow. She comes. I said, just repeat what you told me on the phone. She repeats in front of HR. And I sign her there and then. And she became my star radio presenter. And up to now I call her my protege, Yvonne Okwara.
Oh, man.
That girl is...
I saw her doing a thank you. I didn't know this way it went.
Yeah, so Yvonne Okwara is not a trained journalist. She's a biochemist by training. And so the reason why I went for people who are not journalists was because I wanted to have intelligent radio. I wanted people, because at that time there was a lot of noise and non-factual things, and and I was worried about non-factual information being spun into being the truth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so I had already tested with presenters earlier, and I'm like, no, this is not making sense, and that's my decision to not poach. I said, I know I did. I'm not going to poach. So I said, I'm going to go back to the market.
Look for fresh.
Fresh, and also fresh, smart, not necessarily journalists, but want to be journalists, want to be on radio. And I got that idea when Yvonne called me, and so everything else spun from there. Her co-host was a lawyer, no been on radio before. Because I wanted people who are able to unpack research. And so you don't go there, because when you go on there,
we're having intelligent conversations.
Intelligent conversation, you've said it.
Yep.
That's what I wanted for radio.
Because it was lacking.
It was lacking.
And radio is powerful because it feeds the society.
Yeah. And so I told Yvonne, I'm going to teach you what you will not be taught on journalism class. And I because I could see her potential, I was rough on her. I wasn't a bad boss, but I didn't let her slide. There's one time she came late to work, and I think she was a bit inebriated. The next day she came, I told the receptionist, if this girl comes, tell her to sit at the reception and call me. So Yvonne comes and she'd say, hey, boss, amesomoka hapo. What? But my show, amesomoka hapo. The show, she's a breakfast presenter, so starting at 6. So which means I was in the studio, in the office by 5:30. And so I came and said, you're going to sit there and listen to your co-host doing your show. Sit there. You're not going to leave. You're going to sit there from 6 to 10. Nikisikia umetoka, then my message, unarudishwa hapo. She sat there for 4 hours. I said, yeah. How does that feel? Listening to your show being done without you there. I was rough. She would do some topics on, I'm like, where did you get that from? From a bar. I thought you're smart. I thought you're biochemist. You're supposed to be intelligent. You come on my station with non-factual crap information? I was rough. But look at her now.
And let me say it, she came back to say thank you.
And oh my goodness.
She said, came back, said,
I
thank
broke
you.
down.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh my God, Yvonne! Oh my God! Oh. Hey, how are you? I'm good.
So listen, there was something, and you know this because Lorna and I talked about this for a very long time, and we planned this for like 2 years.
I know.
And my greatest mistake, perhaps for both of us, was we never got to do this, to say thank you. Because I don't know if everybody else here knows, Jimmy, but you got us started in our careers. You gave me a chance when nobody else would. So many people don't know, but he interviewed me for my very first job. And it was on phone. Remember that audition? It's now 17 years ago. You did a phone audition. I think he asked me something about Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross or something. And right off the bat, you said, "You sound really good. Come, let's meet my boss."
Wow, yeah. Now look at
And you never ever call me Yvonne. You know what you call me?
Protege.
Tell them.
My protege.
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for being the star that you are, for showing us all that you can do all of these things, from Jamadelic to all of this. And I'm a huge fan. You know, I'm always texting you like, what are you doing? What's the character doing? What's Nana doing? But it's just, I don't want to say this at your funeral. So I'm going to say it to you now.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
On behalf of myself and on behalf of the great Lorna, wherever she is, may she rest. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being a star. Thank you for always being in my corner, for teaching me everything that I know, everything that I am today. Jimmy, I am because of you. Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you.
And
Super.
and I don't know, so I thought about what gift should I get you? Like, what do I get someone who's what do I get you? A car, a house? What is it? So I got you this Johnny Walker. 18 years. It's almost the amount of time I've been working in media. It'll be 17 years now. Every drink you have of this, may it signify all of the years for me. And not just for me, Jimmy. You know you got very many of us started. And also, thank you for showing us that Wasewa Mtaa can make it.
Yes.
When ni jama wa?
Yes, Mtaa.
Kariako.
Kariako Flats.
Mimi, I'm your neighbor right next door. Ngara. We can do it.
Oh my
Thank you. And thank you to everyone here for allowing me to pull off this great stuff. You all are awesome. You do some great work.
What?
Jimmy, if nobody ever tells you, I love you, man, and you know that. And I owe you everything. Thank you, Jimmy.
So let me tell you something. We were just passionate about discovering talent. We didn't want to be known. We didn't want that ni sort. No. Because we were custodians of this industry, the music industry, the broadcast industry. We are custodians. So we have to, otherwise, my kids are also in the industry in their own different facets. I don't want them to come and blame me and say, Dad, you were there and you did nothing.
You did jack.
Yeah. So we had to. I had to be custodian. So then one time, I did my research and people want BBC News. And then there was somebody saying, you should try and get John Sibio Kumu on your station. I can't get John Sibio Kumu on my station. My station is for young guys. But he was a voice then. I'm like, okay, so I pray, whatever. So I go for a function. I'm the MC for a function. And in that function event, there's a skit with a narrator. And I introduced this skit with this narrator. And this guy speaks. I walk there and I'm like, who is this boy? And he finishes, thank you. My name is Johnson Mwakazi. I'm like, oh my goodness. No. I call my boss, I'm like, I've got my guy. He's like, what? I've got somebody. Who? You've got John CB? I said, no.
I've got someone.
I've got somebody.
Oh no.
I tell Mwakazi, here's my card. You come to see me tomorrow. You hear? He's like, okay. Not a journalist, not a broadcaster, never done radio before. I tell my boss, you just wait. So I go to the newsroom. Me and I think he's now the CEC Finance in the county government, Charles Cherished.
Yes.
He was my head of news then. I said, Charles, we're going to train this guy not read news. Because he's going to prepare him. I want the director to hear him on radio. So Charles Cherished takes Mwakazi through the paces. And at 1 o'clock, Mwakazi goes, this is 96. This is Hot 96 News. My name is Johnson Mwakazi. My boss comes to the studio. He's like, who is this guy? 2 people came back, Johnson Mwakazi and Yvonne. And actually Lorna.
Those are incredible.
Johnson Mwakazi. I mean, now he's the voice of our media.
Yep.
I was like, where have you been, bruh? But we had no choice because God, let me tell you, God is real. He gives you stuff to do. If you don't do it, man, he will make you regret it. God took me to Germany to train on talent acquisition and management. How dare I not use that? Yeah? Then God, and then, Linda Holt then expands management. I go to Kiss 100. I stand on the shoulders of Patrick Kwako. Patrick told me, even if it kills me, Patrick Kwako, I'm going to make you a radio head. Not just presenter. You're going to run a station, whatever take, but you're going to start from here. So Patrick taught all of us, Karo Motoko, Maina Kageni, all of us, how to manage radio. How do I not use that ability to find talent? How? Everything in terms of understanding research. And I'm going to say radio is a science. If you don't understand the science of radio, don't be on radio. If you don't want to grow on radio, I don't want to work with you. That's what's Kwako. Yeah? If you don't want to grow, I don't want to work with you. You have an attitude. How do I not then use that to discover talent? So of course, I can go on and on. So can I say this very quickly?
Yeah, of course, bro.
So I get into television drama. So at the point when I got into Kina, my life was bad. I was hit rock bottom. I was struggling emotionally. I was going through challenges. And 2 people rescued me at that point in time, in 2019. One of them is Tess Musalia. And to this I say, call her Your Excellency. Musalia Mudavadi's wife. Tess looked for me for 3 months. She would call people and they'd say, Jimmi Gathu moved to South Africa. It's like, what? I don't know why she didn't believe that story. She kept looking for me.
What?
So she finds me and tells me, Jimmy, first of all, excuse me, I've got white hair. So let me tell you the truth. So this is dye. My actual color is white.
That one? Yeah.
My actual color is white. You see what I mean? Now it's getting better. And Tess tells me, Jimmy, I don't have money. First of all, where have you been? What is this? And I tell her my story. And Tess grabs and hugs me. This is Musalia's wife. You know what I mean? And says, I don't have any money. All I know is I want you to manage my husband's communication as a politician. All I have is so much money. It was kidogo money. But it was something for me. Okay? The second person who rescued me was a lady called AP Matere. AP Matere owns a production company called Zamaradi Productions, which produces Kina. Same thing. In fact, AP tells me, okay, so there's this thing. Looks for me. Every time she sees me like, Jimmy, I'm going to get you something. And she finally does. And she tells me, this is how much I'm going to pay you. I say, fine. you're not going to negotiate? I'm like, no, I just need work. She ongezes me chums. We start shooting. Somebody there, they disagree with her. AP calls me and says, Jimmy, the show
Can't happen.
can't happen because the main character has chomoka. Do you know somebody? I'm like, yeah, I do. Call that person now and call me back. I call, wait, Dana vipi, fiti, uko wapi? Mimi niko Mombasa. Wafanya nini? Sema show. Kuna mtu akupigia simu, piga simu. Nani huyo? Atakupigia hivi ba. AP calls me and says, Jimmy, Mercy bless you, thank you. Sanaipe amepiga simu. She's the new Nana.
So at about midnight as I'm driving home, Jimmi Gathu is the one who called me and he's like, so have these guys reached out to you? Because he had told me that some guys are looking for you to do a role. So I'm like, they reached out, but unfortunately they wanted to see me today and I could not do it today. Again, I'm just treating it like, if it's a chance and I lost it, I lost it. You know? Because I always like to look at things as, there's a reason why this is not happening because there's something bigger coming. Or there's something else that I might be needed to do that might not allow me to do this and that. So it's fine. So Thursday, me and my nice, fresh self, I get a call at like 8:30. A guy called Hoodie. He's the one who does like the casting or sources for cast. And then you go do your auditions. And he tells me now, unafikiria unaweza kukam like 9 o'clock to meet our executive producer, AP Matere. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm okay to do it.
Today is different,
you see, now it's not those days for,
yeah.
You're just like, let me just cancel. No, fresh. You're ready for whatever. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So I'm thinking, I'm going for a meeting. T-shirt na jeans, comb the hair, get to film studios. Then I'm given scripts. And I'm like, what is this for? Oh, see, for the audition. I'm like, what are you smoking? Did you tell me it's an audition in the morning? So I get pissed. I really got upset. I like mental preparation for things. And I will never do it to somebody. I will never be like, oh, so just passing by Kile, I was thinking maybe I should swing by your digs. No. My guy, don't do that. I need to be mentally prepared. Anyway, I'm here. Let's do it. What do I have to lose?
How do I not do that? God would punish me if I do. If I don't. And that's how Sanaipe Tande, who, have you seen the talent in that chick?
Honey.
Sanaipe Tande is Nana. I mean, you can't, you like Sanaipe Tande Nana.
Yes.
Forced to reckon with. People thought she was just a musician.
Yep. Dude.
I can go on and on. Wewe unafanya nikumbuke vitu zimesahau.
Let's first of all, I've interviewed Sanaipe and I've just put a clip of her saying this version from her. So thank you for what you did for her. But on top of that, let's take a break. When we come back, Mana Kagame has to be talked about. But also, let's talk about then also the transition to Kiss.
To Kiss was pretty easy. Yeah. Okay.
So,
yeah. I'll tell you. Oh yeah, that's important. I'll tell you why. Okay.
Cut. This